10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection.
Hey guys, welcome back to Liminal Period. It's your girl, Chun-Li Shoddy, and today I'll be doing a reaction video. As you guys saw in the previous clip, it's going to be from a press conference where Strickland was asked by a reporter about his stance on transgender. There's going to be a second clip that I'll be reacting to that has Dana White and his response. So let's jump into it.
Ronald, welcome. Glad to hear it. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
You got it like. Yeah.
Well, I did want to ask you.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, like, if you ask him, motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
so, hey.
Sean, I'm glad you had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure.
All right.
That's what it's got to be. It's
the enemy at large.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and some would say...
Let me ask you something.
Are you gay?
Are you? Let me know. Are you gay?
Could I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're like, you're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau, like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic, and the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
That doesn't really answer the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what will know what they stand for. Are you
this guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about,
and before he goes off,
their
I'm going to press
preference.
pause real quick. Okay, so I just want to backtrack a little bit and show where, I guess, like this aggression or where his statements are coming from, right? I'm not sure if many people know, but back in October 2023, Bud Light signed on to UFC as the official beer. I'm not sure if you guys remember, Bud Light tried to pull a couple stunts. Was it last year or the year before that with Dylan Mulvaney? And it became a big ordeal because we understand how the media and big box companies and big companies are starting to indoctrinate our children, essentially, or start to weave in more messaging about the gay and trans community. We've seen it in Blue's Clues. We've seen it Storytime with drag queens. We've seen it outside of just all the other issues that we're already going through, to have an additional layer of the state and the systems that be trying to encourage and normalize being trans. I think that's where this is coming from, and Strickland has came out and said he is going to speak up on it, and he is going to really show where he stands. And as we can see, he's going to elaborate a little bit more, but he is on the same side I'm on, and that I'm hoping a lot of America is on. Seeing how Bud Light will respond to it will show whether or not, and seeing whether or not they denounce Strickland will show where the UFC really stands. We've seen this happening more now, where we're seeing the pushback, and it's great. It's invigorating. It's exciting. It's providing hope to see some level of logic and rationale and just morals being put back into focus. That gets me really excited, because there was a couple of years where things were bleak. I think that's where Sean is speaking from. And we already know all of these big corporations enter into the world of sports, into the NFL with their breast cancer awareness month. Like the NHL recently put on the rainbow stickers, tapes on their hockey sticks. You know, we see it done time and time again, and we see it in places that don't need to be pushed down our throats. We don't need to see gays and trans and educating our kids on how to do this and transition within the school system. They don't need to see it on public television. They don't need to watch sports. Like, you just let the men enjoy their freaking games, or women. Like, there are plenty of people who enjoy sports and don't want to deal with the political and social identity politics that taking over Western media. So I kind of feel where he's coming from, but yeah, let's hear what else he has to say.
Like, dude, this guy is a fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world?
You're
it's
the
that
enemy of the
motherfucker
state.
right there.
You're
Asking
corrupting
these stupid
the world.
questions. Sorry, I told the UFC I was being nicer. Lance, am I still good with this? Did I cross any lines? A little. What the fuck? I didn't say the F word. You just brought this fucking guy in here to piss me off.
You just did, but just to follow up, I mean, Rick.
Did I say it?
You just did.
No, I didn't say it.
Right there, you did.
Different F word, different. Yeah, I'm trying to be good. I like the fucking
trying.
gays. Everything. I've never. You guys think I've ever shit on a gay man or shit on a gay woman? I don't fucking. I like the gays.
We don't care.
It's fucking freedom. We still have it in America. We'll teach you about it. You guys don't have fucking freedom of speech. I'm surprised what I'm saying is probably gonna get fucking. I'm probably gonna get the fucking Canadian government to arrest me. So I don't give a fuck who you fuck. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in life. But. Don't fucking tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in fucking school. Don't fucking push your agenda. Don't try to fucking brainwash people.
Exactly.
Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go past all this shit and brainwash people, you fucking cuck.
Yeah, fucking cucks. So as you guys saw on that last clip, I really think that Sean said what he truly feels at the end there, where we really don't care. Live your life and let us live ours. Stop trying to indoctrinate our kids. Stop trying to go behind our backs and do what you think is right. We all have our own morals and values. So let's stop trying to push on each other. There is an objective truth and there is objective goodness. I think as a country, we're still working on defining that and making our way back to what is truth and what is good. I'm very hopeful, especially after that conversation or that press conference. But this next clip will hopefully invigorate you guys as much as it did for me. So let's go. Oh, and by the way, I am a little biased because I do enjoy Dana White. I don't want to say he is the embodiment of, a conservative man per se, but I think that he has a lot of the values, and especially in his belief on free speech and freedom to express. A couple months back, he was also in the news for chomping back at reporters for asking him who to vote for, sponsors telling him who and who he cannot post on his personal Twitter page or X page. Again, I think that Dana is doing a lot for the rest of us by pushing back because he is independently wealthy. He does own the UFC. It might be challenging for people like you and I to push back on an everyday basis. Like, let's get real. Like, we still have to survive. We still have to get along with people. We still have to survive in the world that we live in. We don't have the independent funds to just do whatever we want, say whatever we want, and expose it all. With the recent interviews with Cat Williams, Charleston White, like, there's just so many people coming out louder and unapologetically being honest about what they're saying. And, we're slowly going to get receipts and we're slowly going to build the momentum. So I'm excited. Yeah, let's jump into this clip.
Go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
I'm like...
Free speech. I control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people... I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move
You
on,
wanna
though.
waste
Yeah,
your
probably a
time
good
with
idea.
that.
That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any. We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks, or what he says, or what his beliefs are, or what his opinions are. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What do you got?
Exactly. I'm sure you guys all know opinions like buttholes. We all have one. I really do appreciate, as a business owner, as someone that has a platform, he does speak up for free speech. I mean, Sean Strickland is a grown-ass man. He is 32 years old. What does Dana White look like controlling this man and telling him what not to say? But I guess that has become a part of the cultural norm. Celebrities are prevented from saying what they truly want to say. They're canceled when they stand up and speak their truth. I guess I should say, there is a population of people who are not allowed to say what they want. There is a population of people who are not allowed to express the things that they believe in. We remember during the COVID pandemic, there were plenty of celebrities like Joe Rogan or Aaron Rodgers who were demonized for standing up for what they want, and that is freedom to do what they want with their body. You know, they took in the research, they have health professionals that are working with them, so they are making a choice for themselves where the government was trying to prevent that. They not only were ostracized, but they were made to seem like conspiracy theorists, and that's just one example. So I think with Dana White, again, having a platform, having ownership of the UFC, having just such a wide spread and being able to have his own agenda or not, I think that makes him very attractive as an entrepreneur, as someone that I would want to work for if I was, an MMA fighter or anything like that. It's just, you want to surround yourself with people who want to empower you to be able to speak your truth. And I hate saying that, speak your truth, but to speak the truth. Someone that's going to empower you and allow you to process and work through your own thought process. Like, we don't all have the answers. We're not all right. But without conversation and without free speech, we'll never be able to come to an understanding. I think that's why I stand so firmly on free speech. Like, there's very few things that I'm very adamant about, but I do think communication is key in all that we do. And without the ability to communicate, or the ability to communicate effectively, especially with all of these new words and words having new definitions, communication is already becoming a much more of an art form that's been lost. We are no longer able to be concise, precise in what we say, be compelling in what we say. And yeah, I'm going on my tangent. But anyways, I appreciate Sean. I appreciate Dana. I appreciate coming across these videos, and yeah, I'm excited to see what else 2024 has to come. This is your girl Chun-Li Shadi, and I'm out. Bye.